Okay, we're going to hit those Newmarket numbers today, year over year. We're going to start with October 21 and move our way forward. So if we're starting with the numbers, October 21, we had 164 new listings come to market in Newmarket. That's across all home types. So that's condos, semis, towns, links, detached, absolutely everything. 158 sales through the month. So back in that late 21 market, the market was still real tight. In terms of what was selling compared to what was coming out. There wasn't a lot hanging around. We had 71 active listings. Active listings are what didn't sell and carry into the next month. September 22, we had 139 new listings come to market. We had 75 sales through that month and 147 active listings. So you can see year over year that listing inventory building. You can see the sales have dropped, but you can also see that the amount of houses that came on the market were not totally dissimilar. We moved that forward into October 22. 143 sales, so we had a slight new listings, so we had a slight increase in the amount of listings that came on the market. 81 sales for the month, so we actually had an increase there. So this is going to be Newmarket staying hot, and 140 active listings. So we saw that reduce, and we're going to see that further in the numbers as I show you. If we're looking at the money, 1,194,000 was the average sale price across all home types in Newmarket a year ago. 1,136,000 in September, currently trending at 1,124,000. The SNLR, known as the sales to new listings ratio, also referred to as the absorption rate, tells us what the percentage of the homes that came on the market that month sold. So a year ago, again, real tight market, 96.3% of the homes that came on the market sold. We can see that in the numbers. We're taking, to get this number, we're taking sales of 158, divided it into 164. We're getting the 96.3. So again, real tight there in terms of what's selling to what's coming on the market. 54% in September 22, currently trending at 56.6. So we're seeing that absorption rate go up. So for sellers, you want to pay attention. This is the number of sellers you want to pay attention to, as well as this one, and we're going to get there. Months of inventory remaining, 0.4 for a year ago. Now, how we're calculating this is we're looking at the active listings divided into the sales. So we're down to literally, a year ago, we were down to literally 2 weeks of inventory, or a little bit less even. And so what this means for you is what this tells us is if no other homes came on the market after today at the current rate of buying or current rate of consumption, how long would it take to deplete the inventory? So we were looking at 2 months of inventory remaining in September, currently 1.7. Now these numbers, you're typically, the absorption rate and the months of inventory, you're typically going to see opposing to each other. So you're going to see, as this goes down, you're going to see absorption rate go up. And sellers, this is actually what you want to pay attention to. You want a strong absorption rate, and you want a low inventory like we were a year ago, right? That's where you want to actually pay attention to the market, and this is how you would determine whether it's a buyer's or whether it's a seller's market. Sale price to list price ratio, home selling 11.1% of over asking, a year ago, 98.1% in September, currently trending at 99. And then to get a home sold, we got 8 days last year, 19 in September, currently trending at 19. Now, what are the important things that as a buyer and seller you could take out of this market right now? Like what's one good thing that you could take out of here? For sellers right now, definitely you have a decreasing amount of inventory, you have an increasing absorption rate. That is, still a very, very solid market. In terms of, what this number tells us, it tells us that we're in a balanced market. So anything under 50% would be considered a buyer's market. Anything over 60% is a seller's market. Between 50 and 60 is a balanced market. So this is really where the market should be. That's why it's called a balanced market, right? There's enough supply to meet the demand. It's just we got so used to, for 2 years, and back in 2017 before that, we got so used to homes selling in 2 days or 3 days or 7 days or 10 days, whatever, homes are flying off the shelves, that all of a sudden when it takes 19 days, there's a problem. When in actual fact, this is just a normal part of our market. And in fact, this is a more natural flow, in my opinion. I don't know one realtor that really personally enjoys that frenzied market. Most of the sellers I worked with during that time were pretty frazzled too. So, this is a much nicer, more inviting and friendly market to buy and sell in my opinion. So if you have any questions about how this data would pertain to your new market home, please feel free to connect with me.